Hello guys. This boss right here is totally insane for the second phase. Yeah. So this video here guys is going to be a quick guide for you, and I'm going to show here my teams that I'm using at the moment, where I could be able to reach over 2 billion damage in the sum of all these teams. Okay, of course that you have one team that's better than another team and so on, but I already made a video here talking about the first phase of this boss. Even I even show there the code of my team, so you'll be able to use. It's not going to be different right here today. We see this video right here, so all this code is going to be available for you. I'm going to be showing here as well, and it's going to be a quick video, to be honest. But before I go to this point, guys, if you heard about exit lag, there's a link available for you in the description of this video, even the comments of this video, where it's possible you test exit lag for free for 3 days. Okay, what is exit lag? So first of all, I'm going to show here the app here for you. I have it here on my phone. Okay, so is an applicative that's possible you play any game in your mobile phone without any lag. Okay, that's it, right? And it helps you to have very good performance with your phone as well. So it's not just about the games in general, but but mainly when I talk about the games, like it just flow smoothly, easily for you, just because you're using this app right here. So if you use my link, guys, even my coupon code is Sky Aesthetics right here, on the same way that you guys can use it here in the game as well. So for you be able to get a very good offer, very good, not good offer, but a discount within my logo right here. Okay, and then if you also click on my link for exit lag. All right, so just in a quick way here, I'm going to show to you about exit lag. It's very simple. So you do see any type of lag you're gonna have, but exit lag is exactly this one here. All right, this applicative right here. So it's not expensive, they have even a cut there of 50% off, a part of my link. If you go to use my link, better for you, but at least you guys can try on for 3 days. All right, another partner here with me is BUFFBUFF. Yeah, BUFFBUFF, you guys. We are going to the next season, 7th season right there, whatever the season that we're playing at the moment here in the game. But if you using my link again, okay, if you using my link, you're gonna be able to have a very good discount. Okay, and so BUFFBUFF is right here. So this is BUFFBUFF right here. Any pack in the game, if you're looking for dices, whatever, all the type of packs that you can imagine in Dragonheir, it's right here. Okay, and it's very cheap as well, so you don't need to spend any more money than exactly what they offer for you in the game right there. So just use my link. You're going to be able to get a very good discount if you use my link. So this is my offer here for you in terms of BUFFBUFF. Right, I hope that you guys can help me in this way if you'd like to get any pack in the game. Okay, and then again, if you can support any creator in the game as well, if you play this game every single month, just very simple right here. What you guys have to do, it's simple. You just need to go in the store every single month. Okay, every single month you're gonna support any creator of your preference. Okay, treasury market right here, and monthly, and then you come here to support your creator. You can cancel anytime if you want to, but that's the thing, this is how it works. All right. Yeah, so this is exactly what I wanted to say before I start over here with this insane boss. This is very difficult boss for the second phase. Yeah, the first phase was easily, so you don't need to care much there about the resistance, this kind of stuff, mainly about the resistance. But the second phase, drastically is going to drop your performance. I tell you this because that's what it is. You're going to have a very huge surprise there, just because you're not going to be able to have the same performance you play in the first phase against this boss. But guys, listen to me, is everything about you re-equip your heroes about resistance. Okay, resistance is totally a big fundamental right here, part of the placement or whatever. But even some pets, sometimes you have to use this pet right here. because you need to keep alive during the battle. So I'm going to show here exactly my 6 teams, the teams that I'm using, and also this is one here is Ice Blast. I'm still working over in terms of Ice Blast, you know, I have to be honest right here. I didn't have the good performance with Ice Blast team, but I needed to try to sort it out for part of the resistance between my heroes here. Okay, as I said, like a resistance is totally important for everybody, you know, and then even part of the equipments as well, artifacts and so on. So I'm gonna be checking a part of what I'm gonna check here in terms of the skill timing as well. So this is not going to be my best team for you because I still have some difficulties here, but this is exactly the right time. I just need to sort out the part of the build there between my heroes here, okay? Once I sort it, for sure I'm gonna be able to reach at least 300 million to between 300 to 400. Not 400 actually, I think 300 it's okay because my Beldel here is not totally inspired. She's not inspired. She doesn't have any inspiration there. All right, apart of the other ones, but like, you know, that's the thing. And another issue that I have to sort is about Fredgondo here, because she's dying easily after a while, and I do not like that. That's like a put me on the way that I'm gonna be able to do only around 250 million damage with the Ice Blast. But as I said, if everything is working over properly here, you can reach 300 even more, okay? But this is the one that I'm working, still working. So the first code for this team right here, that is the Ice Blast one. Let me go here to find out here for you. Again, all this code is gonna be available for you, okay? So is this code right here? So the boss. So generate code, that's the code of this team, okay? I'm gonna leave this code there for you for sure. But you see the equipment is there, you know? Yeah, so I just need to rework again and see how it goes. Just left this team for see if I can get a better performance. All right, and the next team here, I'm not going to the wide one. Do you know why I do not talk about this team here? Because I don't have Shoraki artifact. If I have Shoraki artifact, things changed, because it's a huge performance if I have Shoraki artifact, you know. That's why I didn't work with the wide heroes, but for sure, if you have Shoraki artifact, things change totally right here. You can easily reach 300 million at least, you know, but can go, it depends of the equipment, there are inspirations as well. You can even try to reach 400 for the second phase with your ID, or even more, you know, but it depends of what exactly you have in your account, okay? Yeah, so I'm gonna go here for heavy summons. This team it doesn't work. This is my rally team, okay? So this is the second team here. This is the code, okay? With this team here, you can try to reach 300 million, but it depends of your inspiration part of the Telendor. And then for Telendor, it's totally necessary to have at least his artifact, you know, because otherwise you won't be able to do a very good performance if you don't have his artifact, you know. So that's a big change right here. It's totally different when you talk about the Fallen Dungeon there in the game, you know, where you use exactly the same team here, a part of the boss, the tank hero. But this is the team that I used. Just one thing here that you guys gonna note about this team that I built here is about this artifact there. You see there, that's improved resistance the team. I just try on, but that worked. I reach around 300 million damage with this team just because of that artifact there. But guys, actually the artifact that people are working here in terms of this team is totally different one than that one. This is the timing. It's a simple timing for this one. You don't need to care much about this time, okay? But the point is that hero there. So let me take the team here. Let me take the team here. You see how I placed them in the field. So between the artifact ones, the preference one to use. is like, I'm gonna give you some preferences here because I saw some teams with that. Is first of all is the resistance one, okay? So you have 2 resistance artifact here in the game, okay? So this is the first one, and then you have this one here. All right, people using that. I'm using this one because improve resistance as well. You see there? So that helps, you know. But I've seen also people using this one here on horror. All right. Just one thing that I really want to say here, because this is what I note part of some other teams from different type of players. Okay. Yeah. So this is the rally team. And so the next team here is my team here, my Aura team. This is the best team I have for do nice damage in the second phase. But you see that I'm using Ardrath. You see the equipment there, right? Great. You know, the big problem I have in this team here is because of Dianta. You know, Dianta is a fucking cunt hero because she doesn't place sometimes she skip a lot of when she has to place defense down in the battle. You know, that's why many players, instead of use Ardrath, they go for Faisa. Okay. And I noticed that also, according to the guy said, Faisa, if she's placing the face down, of course that she also miss. But sometimes it's possible you have a better performance with her in the battle here. That can go up to 700, even 800 million damage there. But it depends how is built your team in terms of equipment and then of course inspirations, okay? So the best timing for this team right here is this timing here that I'm using, okay? That is working better for me. And then I'm gonna show here the code as well. So the code for this team here is exactly this code right here, okay? So the next team, guys, is this one here, okay? So this is my Dauntless team. Is one of the teams that I also do very nice performance here. It was not easy to build them. I'm using the Jenny. If you don't have the Jenny, you guys can use the cat, you know, and otherwise you have to go for the deer here. But this is the team that I have to show here. So the code of this team is exactly this one, okay? And then you see that I'm using this guy here, right? Just attention here, guys, when I'm gonna be building this team, attention about skill haste, okay? Not just about this team here, but even skill haste between the other teams, between the other heroes. Just like take important attention for this, because skill haste also implies in your performance in the game, okay? A part of a resistance one, you know, again, resistance is the top first that you have to care for the second phase here and the boss, followed by all the other things, okay? But resistance, you cannot escape from this, you know. Against this boss here, you have no other alternative than place resistance in your heroes for better performance. All right, yeah. So that's the thing. So this is the team that I'm using, and then the next one here is my Corrosion. Okay, I don't have the new Corrosion hero available in my team, you know, but like between this team here, see the placement right there and so on. And resistance also matter here. Attention for the talent tree for these heroes, okay? That's why I'm sharing the code here. I'm not mention about, because I wanted to make this video in a quick way. But guys, talent tree, just have attention there. When you see the code there, and then just try to check the talent tree, a part of the skill haste, okay? But being mainly in terms of the supporters here, look at the skill haste, like attention for the skill haste, okay? And then resistance, right? Like very important, you know, because it's a way for you to be able to have a good performance. We see this team right here. Of course, it depends of if you have the new Corrosion hero, but if you have the new Corrosion hero, can reach 600 million even more. Depends of your equipment for sure, you know, inspiration again. But with this team here, without that hero, you can try to reach around 400 million, even more. It depends how is built your team as well, meaning in terms of rookie here, about critical damage, okay? And then of course resistance, guys, okay? Because it's like, if you check it here, I place resisting in actually everybody, you know. It was the way for me, the way to do here for me have to improve my performance, okay? So that's the thing. I think that skill timing here. So skill timing for this team here. That's the timing. All right, that, but I forgot to show here. This is the code for the corrosion on. Okay. All right, and so I think that I showed that 2, 3. I showed the first one, this one, right? Just for again there the code. This one here was my first one talking about, and yeah. So burning heroes, guys, burning heroes, gonna bring them here right now. So this is the code for the burning heroes, and then even the timing right here. Look at the timing there. Okay, that's not much secret here, but again, you need 2 supporters at least here. I couldn't be able to escape from this, you know, but with 2 supporters with this team here, definitely we can go over 300 million to around 400 million damage, you know. It depends what you have there again. Only one support here is kind of impossible for you to be able to have a very good performance, you know. But this team also helps you to have a good performance in the game, for sure, if you go for them, you know. But things that you have to consider here, see about skill haste, you know. Skill haste there, part of talent tree, but the resistance and then accuracy, you know. You guys know how these things matters a lot, you know. That's why so I have to mention about these things, right? So that's my burn one. So I talk about the burner. So I think that I show everybody now that I'm using here in the game, you know. Yeah, I didn't escape from anyone. Yeah, everyone that I'm using at the moment is here, okay? So Necrosis team here, guys. You see this guy, this team here? You can try on, you know, to use that guy there to see how it goes. It's possible to work, don't get me wrong, you know, but for this team here, just remember the Dark Lady has also to be here. I can even share a code for this one here in terms of the summoners. You know, for this team here, definitely you can reach 300 million there. It depends on what you have, inspiration, so on as well, you know, but this is the summoning one. So I think that I show everyone, so summons, burning heroes, summoners, you know, the Dauntless here, Aura team, you know, and the Corrosion there, and then the Ice Blast. Yeah, so all them here I shared, you know, so this is exactly the teams that I'm using at the moment to fight against this boss, right? If I get out from here, I'm gonna show here my performance for you. So let me see here. Damage ranking, and then yesterday. Yeah, so that's my 2 billion there. First day, guys. Jesus, that was a nightmare, you know, nightmare. I passed here many times trying to fix my team and so on there. Like that was, I got very upset. Like when I'm doing my live video, because I also, this is my account, you know. So I share feelings here, you know. So I made a live video for that, for me be able to reach 2 billion damage. Actually, I reached 2 billion yesterday, you know, but in the first day it was very close, you know. I was taking too much time to fix my Aura team in there, a few specific teams. I couldn't be able to sort everything in that day because I was even tired, you know. It's like I passed many hours there, but it's 7 hours trying to walk over all these things. Like it took a lot of time between one team to another, you know. But that's why I brought this video here today, just so you guys see all these builds, you know, that I built, and then I'm gonna share these codes for you, you know, to not have this type of situation that I had here in my live videos facing all these teams anyway. But yeah, this is the performance, you know, that I really wanted to share here for you. I hope that you can take something from here, you know, you with this video. Hope that I can help you in some way for you to be able to have a very good performance. You know, we're gonna just check, you guys, again. When you're gonna see the code, you're gonna enter in the team information there that I've done. You need to have attentions. This is important, okay? Skill haste, okay? And then after that, you're gonna check about the equipments, okay? And then a part of the equipment, then I'm gonna be checking about defense, HP, you know, this kind of stuff. Is very important you to know. But resistance is the first thing, okay? For resistance, skill haste is totally important there. And then after that, also check about inspirations. If you do not reach exactly the same damage I've done, it's because your team is not inspired, even though sometimes it's possible to have even the equipments, okay? But do not take this as fundamental, you know? So just like see exactly how it's built, you know, talent tree, so on, and then see how it goes for you with the time and everything, if that's gonna be working for you, you know. And then again, if it doesn't work, if you die early, something's wrong there, because probably you are skipping between skill haste, resistance, so on, okay? Just remember that, because second phase implies in terms of resistance. The resistance is totally important for the second phase for you to be able to fight against this boss. Everybody's in the same situation here, you know, everybody's facing the same problems as me. So but with this video, probably something you can get here to try to work with your team is right there. All right, anyway, if you like the video, guys, just like the video, thank you very much for watching this video. Just support me here on the channel if possible. We'll try, like, I'm going to really appreciate your support for sure, you know. Just try to help me out, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.